Hey, what's up, YouTube? King James here. Season 4 Reloaded is here, and there's been a whole bunch of changes to the ARs. So I want to talk about one of the most popular long-range ARs, the Fara 83. And it sort of often gets overlooked, but it's very highly used. You see lots of guys in their loadouts who use it. And it's very smooth shooting, it's high RPM, it's forgiving, it's low recoil, but in the latest patch notes, they made some changes to it. So is it still good? Is it got too much recoil now? Is it a viable gun? Well, I've got some review on the gun itself, the changes, the recoil pattern, and gameplay for you right now. So first things first, let's look at the patch notes to see what they changed just today with Season 4 Reloaded. And the Fara 83, well, the maximum damage was decreased from 31 to 29. But so are a lot of the other guns had headshot multipliers or damage reduced. Some even had damage increased a little bit, like the M13. So they're trying to balance out the time to kill on all the guns so that it makes all the guns a bit more viable. And we don't end up with these like crazy meta weapons and guns that are so far out of the meta that you can't even use them. So I think that's where they're headed. But for the Fara 83 specifically, it also says recoil increased. So I did some recoil testing and I've got it from Season 2, Season 3, and this season because I've done reviews on the gun over all these times. So let me show you that, and then let me show you a little bit of gameplay. So if you remember back to Season 2, this is what the recoil was like on the gun originally, and it was brutal. Trying to shoot it, look at the controlled shot, it was all over the place. You really couldn't use the Cold War ARs, no wonder they were not, highly used. And then they made the balancing changes to fix the recoil on them in Season 3, and all of a sudden the Fara and the AK-47 stuff got a lot better. Look at the recoil pattern, it only goes halfway up the wall, the controlled shot is pretty easy. So there's Season 2, and then check out Season 3. But what about this season, Season 4 with Reloaded? So here's Season 4 now after Reloaded, so this is just today. And you can see it's very vertical, so it has more vertical recoil, but it definitely doesn't have any more horizontal. That's just a straight line going up. And I'm going to do a controlled shot right here, and watch. It's very easy to control that. It just stays in sort of a pretty still line, and it walked a little bit back and forth as I was controlling it, but that was it. It's just vertical, it goes straight up, and has that. So overall, the recoil in this gun, yeah, they increased it vertically, but not horizontally, and the controlled shot is still really easy. So this gun is definitely viable. So using the gun, no problem in getting downs with it. It's always been a super great gun. This guy here, got the RPG off on me almost at the exact same time, but doesn't matter. I got the down and my buddies came and res me. But I'll tell you one thing, the recoil when actually using this gun and the way it looks is really smooth. It's a fast shooting, super forgiving gun, and I always find that, kind of like the XM4, when I'm having a bad night or something's going on, it's always a really good gun to go and pick up because it's a real confidence builder. Even if you miss a few shots or you're having a rough night, because the gun is smooth and easy to use, and it's not a super high skill gun like, some of the really long range guns, like the C58 is a higher skill gun now, the AK-47 is, only because it got a really high recoil. So if you can control it, it rewards you, but if you miss, it doesn't, it punishes you. So this gun's not like that. Because it's a lot smoother, it just seems to just reward. Like, look at how nice and smooth getting that is. That guy had no chance to run across there without getting down, So this is what makes these guns really nice and really broad for a lot of people to be able to be successful with them. So as I said, I've been carrying the Fara 83 with the Mac 10. I'm going to have a Mac 10 update coming really soon, probably early next week, maybe this weekend, just depends on whether I can get around to it. And for the Fara 83, well, this thing has been really good for me, and I got a build for you. But just before I jump into my build, I want to say thank you to everybody who's recently subbed to my channel and is here watching my videos. I really appreciate all that love and support, so thank you guys. And if you haven't subbed to the channel, consider subscribing, because it really does help small content creators like myself. All right, let me show you my build. To start off, I'm just using the base Fara 83, and I actually unlocked dark matter. There it is. I might do a little video on, me doing that and how I did it. But anyway, for now, for the muzzle, using the GRU suppressor. This is the best long-range suppressor for pretty well all of your long-range ARs. If you're going to go with a close-range AR, you use this one. But for any long-range gun, this is the one. Sound suppression, vertical recoil control, bullet velocity, and effective damage range. Now for the barrel, we were using some of these other ones before, but the Spetsnaz RPK barrel now has the highest bullet velocity. This gets you to about 1125 meters per second, which is really high, and it's great for an AR. You don't have to lead your shots a lot. Plus it's got horizontal and vertical recoil control, which comes on these barrels now, and effective damage range. Now for an optic, I'm using the Axial 3X. It's just the best optic in the game. And for the reticle, I'm still liking this one. I know guys have recommended a few other ones on here. I'm going to try a couple of the other ones on, but Clean Living still really works for me. So for the magazine, I'm using the 60 round mag. I always liked having 60 rounds, right back to the Modern Warfare days when all the, the Gra and the Kilo all had the 60 round. It's just what I'm used to. It's comfortable. I don't mind the little bit of ADS penalty because this is my long range gun. So it certainly can handle it, and I don't find any problem using that. Now, depending on how comfortable you are managing recoil control, if you really want this gun to have no recoil and feel laser-like, like in my recoil video where I showed you and I can get a nice tight shot, go ahead and grab the Spetsnaz grip because it gives you even more horizontal and vertical recoil control. And if you want instead a little bit faster ADS, you can sub out the Spetsnaz grip for the GRU suppressor, or if you're looking for a tiny bit more mobility, go ahead and grab the KGB skeletal stock instead of the Spetsnaz grip. I'm running it like this because I just really want that laser-like feeling, especially when I'm not carrying a sniper. But, depending on what you're going to carry as your secondary, if you are going to use this, say, with a sniper and you're going to use it in this, I'd probably run the stock instead of the grip just to get that mobility that you're going to use while carrying it with a sniper rifle. Anyways, guys, give me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Has the change really made a difference to a lot of the guns for you? Or maybe you haven't even tried them yet? I haven't really found too much of a difference. I know they wanted to slow the time to kill down, which I think is actually a good thing. Give us, a bit more chance to make some cool plays. And I don't really feel like the Fara 83 was impacted by these changes all that much. It's still a really solid, great gun. Bit of a slow reload speed, but that's its only downside. Other than that, it's really good. So give my build a try. If you got something that's really working for you, hit me up in the comment section down below because I love to try different things. So if you got something, let me know what it is. And as always, guys, if you don't see me in Warzone, if you don't see me in multiplayer, it's only a matter of time, baby. King James out.